On our most recent trip to Europe, we spent a day in Copenhagen on our way to Trondheim, Norway. Our day started with an early flight to Copenhagen from Zurich. We arrived at Copenhagen Airport at around 8:45 in the morning. And as soon as we collected our luggage, we proceeded to the airport hotel, where we checked in and had breakfast before heading out to the city. Clarion Hotel is located beside the airport and is connected via a covered walkway with Terminal 3. By 11 a.m. we went to the metro station. The station was nearest to the hotel and is the fastest way to get to the city. You can also reach the city center by train, which will take the same time as the metro, or you can take the bus or taxi. We bought a city pass from the vending machine outside the station. There are 5 types of city pass, and we chose the 24-hour city pass small, which cost us 80 Danish kroner each or approximately $11. The city pass small covers Copenhagen plus the trip from the airport to the city of Copenhagen. With a city pass, you can enjoy unlimited travel on buses, trains, and the metro all day and night. You can buy a city pass, valid from 24 hours up to 5 days. For more information on the city pass, click on the link in the description below. Considering that a single journey ticket to the city from the airport is 36 Danish kroner, the city pass is more than worth it. It is convenient and gives you the flexibility of travel on other modes of public transportation for free. We took the M2 line from the airport to the Kongens Nytorv station. The M2 line is the only metro line that serves the airport. Once we reached the Kongens Nytorv station, we looked for the exit, and we ended up at the southwestern corner of the intersection of Kongens Nytorv and Lille Kongstgade. We crossed the street to get to the square. Kongens Nytorv, or the King's New Square, is a beautiful public plaza right outside the metro exit. At the other end of the square across the street is Nyhavn. Nyhavn is a 17th century waterfront, canal, and entertainment district. The area is lined with multicolored townhouses. The image of this area is what you usually see in postcards of Copenhagen. We took pictures at Nyhavn and walked around the place before lining up to get our tickets for the Canal tour. The tour cost us 99 kroner each or approximately $14. It is a 1-hour guided tour through the harbor and canals of Copenhagen.
Canal, the name Nyhavn means new harbor, but it's not new at all. It's around 350 years old. And it was dug out by soldiers, dug out by hand.
After the canal tour, we proceeded to the Amalienborg Palace Square. From Nyhavn, we walked along Stoa Strandstra, left on Sankten Plads, left on Amalienborg, and ahead was the Palace Square. Amalienborg Palace is the seat of the Danish monarchy. On the square, you will see 4 identical palace facades. After appreciating the space, we walked on Frederiksgade to see Frederiks Kirke. The church was not part of our original itinerary, but we got intrigued when we saw its beautiful dome. Our next stop is the statue of the Little Mermaid. From Frederiks Kirke, we walked back to the Amalienborg Palace Square, turned left, and headed north on Amalienborg. Amalienborg turns to Churchillparken after you cross Esplanade. At the street corner, we saw a pølsevogn or a hot dog wagon. Hot dog wagons are ubiquitous in Copenhagen. There is a claim that Copenhagen hot dogs are the best in the world, so we just had to try them. Indeed, it was delicious and is probably one of the best hot dogs I have ever tasted. Continuing our walk, we chanced upon a beautiful fountain and a gorgeous church beside it in Churchill Park. Gefion Fountain features a group of oxen pulling a plow and being driven by the Norsk-Scottish Gefion. Beside it is the Anglican St. Albans Church. One good thing about walking to your destinations is finding other interesting places you did not plan to see or visit. After our short detour, we carried on to the Lange Park and followed the promenade until we saw the statue of the Little Mermaid. The bronze statue is based on the 1837 fairy tale of the same name by Danish author Hans Christian Andersen, and has been a significant tourist attraction since its unveiling in 1913. The spot is popular as many people are in front of the figure. We had to make our way to the steep rocks to get near the water and wait our turn to take pictures. The next item on our itinerary was to get to Torvhallerne, a food hall in the center of Copenhagen. From the Little Mermaid statue, we walked about 1 kilometer to get to the Oosterpoort station. We followed Lange and turned slightly right to Lange Bo, a pedestrian and bicycle bridge that allowed us to cross the train tracks and highway. We turned left on Østbanegade, and at the end of the road on the left is the Oosterpoort station. We crossed the road to the other side of the station to wait for Line B, thinking it was a bus service. Our mistake was we should have gone inside the station, as Line B is an S-Tog or S-Train service.
Nakalagay sa akin, bus. Ito 5-6. Ang ganda naman. Isang stop lang. Dito pala sa loob. Akala naman
Having sorted out the confusion, we went back across the road and waited inside the station for Line B. We learned about Copenhagen's public transport system that M1, M2, M3, and M4 are for metro service. Letters like A, B, BX, C, E, F, and H are for S-Train service, and numeric or alphanumeric coding is for buses. Our destination was to get to the next train stop, the Norway station. Upon reaching the station, we got out on the Nørre exit. We headed northeast, turned left on Frederiksborg, left on Linska, and saw 2 glass structures. When we researched what to eat in Copenhagen, one recommendation was to try open-faced sandwiches at a specific stoa called Hellernes Smørbrød in Torvhallerne. After our late lunch, we proceeded to Rosenborg Castle Gardens. From Torvhallerne, we walked northeast on Romerskjed and turned right on Guddersgade. After crossing Østervoldgade, we looked for an entry gate into the gardens. We walked around the park and took pictures while enjoying the open space and the flowering trees. After several minutes in the park, we exited the main gate on Guthersgade, turned left, headed west to Muntergade, continued on Claiborne, left on Cubmagade, then right on Valkendersgade, and continued on the street until we hit Stroll. Stroll is a pedestrian, car-free shopping area. While in Stroll, we went to find and bought some souvenirs. We walked the whole street until we saw the City Hall Square. This area is locally known as Radhuspladsen. We took pictures at the square with the City Hall in the background. Our last stop was Tivoli Gardens, one of the oldest amusement parks in the world. From Radhuspladsen, we crossed the boulevard to get to the park entrance at Vesterbroga. The admission cost is 155 kroner or approximately $22. We spent about 2 hours walking around the amusement park. Besides the rides, the park had a lot of dining options. We had our dinner at Gasoline Grill, which serves fast food burgers. By 7:30 p.m., we were ready to return to the airport hotel. We walked back to Radhuspladsen to get to the metro station. We took the M3 line from the station to Kongens Nytorv to transfer to the M2 line that brought us back to the airport.
Change at Kongens Nytorv from M1, M2, and M4.
We arrived at our hotel just before 8 in the evening and tried to prepare for the next day's flight to Norway. Thank you for watching.